fallen giants, former champions, clubs with trophy cabinets that belong in museums now scrapping for survival in the second tier. These 10 teams could be back where they belong next season, and their stories are absolutely ridiculous. Let's get into it. Starting with number 10, Middlesbrough. We're starting in England, where the Championship promotion battle is absolutely chaotic right now. Middlesbrough are second on 59 points after 32 games, chasing Coventry at the top. They're in an automatic promotion spot as we speak, but this is the Championship. Nothing stays stable for long. Here's the thing, they just lost to Coventry, who reclaimed top spot with that win. Nothing is safe. Every single weekend reshuffles the table. Boro are a club with genuine history and real pedigree. This is where the Brazilian magician Juninho dazzled Premier League defences across 3 different spells, and where Gareth Southgate built his reputation before becoming England manager. They reached the UEFA Cup final in 2006, losing to Sevilla in a match that still stings for fans on Teesside. The Riverside Stadium deserves top-flight football again. The question is whether they can hold their nerve in this brutal run-in when every game feels like a final. At number 9, Schalke 04. Over to Germany with a club that genuinely has no business being in the second division. Schalke 04 are one of the biggest clubs in German football history. 7 league titles, a crowd of 60,000 plus filling the Veltins arena week after week. This is the club that developed Manuel Neuer, Mesut Ozil and Leroy Sané, world-class talent that went on to dominate at the highest level. And yet here they are in the second Bundesliga, but right now they're leading it. Schalke sit first on 43 points after 22 matches. The catch? The top 5 are separated by only 5 points. This is one of the tightest promotion races anywhere in Europe. One bad month and this whole thing collapses. One good run and they're back in the Bundesliga where they belong. For a club that's been through financial chaos, boardroom turmoil and relegation heartbreak, this season is make or break. The fans demand it, the history demands it. Anything less than promotion would be catastrophic. Number 8, Saint-Etienne. Now let's head to France, where one of the most decorated clubs in the country's history is trying to escape Ligue 2. Saint-Etienne have won 10 league titles, more than anyone except Paris Saint-Germain. They're French football royalty. This is where Michel Platini starred before conquering Juventus and the international stage. The Geoffroy Guichard Stadium, known as the Cauldron, has hosted some of the most atmospheric nights in European football. Right now, they sit 4th on 37 points after 22 games. In League 2, the top 2 go up automatically, while the clubs below battle through a playoff system to face League 1's 16th place team. Saint-Etienne are right there in the thick of it, but being in the picture isn't good enough for a club of this stature. They need to go up directly. The fan base demands nothing less. This is a fallen giant desperately trying to claw its way back to where it belongs. Number 7, Montpellier. Staying in France, Montpellier are in a tricky position. They're 7th on 34 points after 23 matches, currently outside the playoff places, but close enough to make a late season run. What makes this interesting? Montpellier won Ligue 1 in 2011-12, with Olivier Giroud banging in goals and becoming a star. Eric Cantona even won the Coupe de France with this club. Being in Ligue 2 now represents a brutal fall from grace. They need to push into that top 5 for any chance at promotion through the playoffs. Right now, they're on the outside looking in. The next few months will define everything for this club. Number 6, Palermo. Over to Italy, where Palermo are sitting pretty in 4th place with 48 points after 25 matches. In Serie B, the top 2 go up automatically, while positions 3 through 8 enter the promotion playoffs. The higher you finish, the easier your path through those knockout rounds. Palermo have positioned themselves nicely for a strong finish. This is a club with serious pedigree. Edinson Cavani and Paulo Dybala both started their European careers here before becoming global superstars. Now, Joel Pogiampalo is leading the line with 16 goals already this season. When you have a striker in that kind of form, anything is possible in a playoff format. One hot week from your number 9 and suddenly you're celebrating promotion at the final whistle. Palermo is a massive city with a passionate fan base that deserves top-flight football. They just need to finish the job. If you're enjoying these comeback stories, hit like and subscribe to Goal 90. And just when you think Palermo's playoff push is tense, wait until you see the next sleeping giant lurking in Spain. Number 5, Deportivo La Coruña. Spain's entry on this list carries serious weight. Deportivo La Coruña were La Liga champions in 1999 to 2000. That Super Deport era featured genuine European runs, Champions League knockout stages, and legends like Bebeto and Roy Mackay turning the Riazor into an absolute fortress. Fast forward to now, and they're battling through La Liga 2, trying to find their way back to the top. Currently 4th on 43 points after 26 matches, they're in the promotion playoff zone and within striking distance of the automatic places. In Spain, the top 2 go up directly, while 3rd through 6th enter playoffs. There's also off-pitch tension around Riazor and the 2030 World Cup stadium plans, the kind of pressure that can either galvanise a club or become a massive distraction. Either way, Deportivo are firmly in this race, and the fans believe this could finally be their year. Sliding in at number 4, Hertha Berlin. Back to Germany. Hertha Berlin are right in the mix. Currently 4th on 39 points after 22 matches, they're within one good week of the top 2. Hertha are the capital club, Berlin's big team. The club where Marcelinho became a Bundesliga legend and Kevin Prince Boateng launched his career before bouncing around Europe's biggest leagues. Being in the second division feels fundamentally wrong, and everyone at that club knows it. The pressure here is different from Schalke. Hertha aren't expected to walk this league, but they're expected to compete for promotion. In the second Bundesliga, the top 2 go up automatically, while 3rd place enters a playoff against the Bundesliga's 16th place team. If Hertha can build momentum through the spring, they could force their way into the automatic spots. Berlin is waiting for its big club to return. The Bundesliga spotlight is waiting, and now we're entering the top 3. Number 3, Willem II. Now to the Netherlands. Willem II are 6th in the Eerste Divisie on 40 points after 26 matches. In Dutch football's second tier, the top 2 get promoted automatically, while additional clubs qualify through period titles into a promotion playoff that also involves the Eredivisie's 16th place team. It's complicated, but Willem II are right in the mix. This is the club where Jaap Stam and Mark Overmars developed before conquering Europe with Ajax and Manchester United. Willem II have that classic yo-yo club profile, up and down, up and down. They know what promotion feels like and what relegation feels like, sometimes in consecutive seasons. The Dutch system rewards late-season momentum more than almost any other league in Europe. If you get hot at the right time, everything changes. Willem II have the quality and experience to know what's required when the stakes get high. One good stretch and they could flip this entire story. Our runner-up, Millwall. Back to England. Millwall are right in the playoff pack, 5th on 55 points after 32 matches. What makes Millwall's story special? This isn't just about going back up. This would be a genuine modern-era breakthrough for the club. Teddy Sheringham and Tim Cahill both made their names at the Den before earning bigger moves and international recognition. Millwall's top-flight history is old school. They were in the First Division in 1988-89 and 1989-90. But that feels like ancient history now. They're not a club with recent Premier League experience, they're a club everyone writes off. Too chaotic to do it, too unpredictable. They'll bottle it when it matters. And yet, here they are, sitting in the promotion mix anyway, proving the doubters wrong week after week. If Millwall went up, it would be one of the great championship stories of the modern era. The Den in the Premier League would be incredible. And finally, our number 1, Derby County. Derby are clinging to the final playoff spot with everything they've got. 6th place, 48 points after 32 matches. Every single weekend is survival mode. One slip and they're out of the top 6. One good result and they're climbing the table. It's exhausting just watching it. But look at the history here. Derby County won the First Division in 1971-72 under the legendary Brian Clough, and again in 1974-75 under Dave Mackay. Peter Shilton, one of England's greatest ever goalkeepers, made his name at this club. This is a proper football club with real pedigree. The administration nightmare that saw them relegated to League One felt like rock bottom for everyone connected to the club. They fought back from that darkness. Now they're fighting for something bigger. If Derby can hold on to that playoff place, anything can happen at Wembley. This fan base deserves a day out in the sun. Which of these clubs are you backing to go up? Drop your predictions in the comments. I want to hear which sleeping giant you think wakes up this season. Give a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you soon.